1. The Tree and the Boy. Once, there was a boy who visited an apple tree every day. He climbed its branches, played in its shade, and ate its fruits. The tree loved him. But the boy grew up and came less often. One day, he said, "I need money." The tree replied, "Pick my apples and sell them." He did and left. Years later, he returned, "I need a house." The tree said, "Cut my branches and build one." He did and left again. At last, he came back, old and tired. The tree said, "I have nothing left but my trunk." The boy smiled and said, "That's all I need, to sit and rest." So he sat, and the tree was happy. Lightbulb moral: true love gives, even when nothing is left. 2. The King and the Big Rock. A king placed a huge rock in the middle of a road to see how people would react. The nobles complained and passed. Merchants cursed the government and walked away. Then, a simple farmer came. He tried hard, pushed the rock aside, and found a bag of gold underneath with a note. "This is your reward for clearing the path." Lightbulb moral: obstacles often hide the greatest opportunities. 3. Rain in the desert. A young man was lost in the desert, thirsty and hopeless. He looked to the sky and prayed, "God, just one drop of water, I'm dying." A single raindrop fell. He shouted, "Only one drop? I need more." That drop hit a rock. The rock cracked, and a hidden spring burst out. Lightbulb moral: even the smallest answer can change your entire life. Be patient. 4. The Cracked Pot. An old woman carried 2 pots to fetch water daily. One had a crack and lost half the water on the way. The cracked pot felt ashamed. The woman smiled and said, "Look at the flowers. I planted seeds on your side of the path. You watered them every day." Lightbulb moral: our flaws can still create beauty, if seen with the right eyes. 5. The Cobbler and the King. A king was disturbed by loud laughter from the streets. He discovered a poor cobbler, the happiest man in town. The king gave him a bag of gold to truly make him happy. Next day, the cobbler looked worried. He couldn't sleep, afraid of thieves. He hid the gold in fear. The king asked, "Why so sad?" The cobbler said, "Your gold stole my smile. Let me return to my bread and peace." Lightbulb moral: true joy comes from within, not from wealth. 6. The Candle and the Wind. In a dark village, a small candle lit up the nights. A jealous wind said, "You're tiny. I can blow you out with one breath." The candle smiled, "But until then, I bring light." The wind blew, and the candle went out. But the next night, people missed the light, and lit 10 more candles. Lightbulb moral: even a short life of light can inspire many more flames. 1. The Old Man and the Rescue. During a massive flood, people were evacuating, but one old man climbed to his roof and prayed, "God will save me." A boat came. The rescuers shouted, "Hop in." He refused, "God will help me." Later, a helicopter hovered over. Again, he declined. Eventually, the water rose, and he drowned. In the afterlife, he asked, "God, why didn't you save me?" And the reply came, "I sent a boat and a helicopter, you said no." Moral: help sometimes arrives in ordinary ways. Don't ignore it waiting for a miracle. 2. The New Shoes. A poor boy walked to school every day with torn shoes. One day, a kind teacher gave him a brand new pair. The boy teared up and said, "I taught myself to feel nothing with bare feet. But now that I've felt comfort, I'll never forget those who still walk without it." Moral: kindness not only heals pain, it awakens empathy. 3. The Magic Mirror. In a quiet village, a man owned a strange mirror. Whoever looked into it saw not just their face, but their true self, their thoughts, flaws, intentions. Most ran away, horrified by what they saw. Only one stayed and whispered, "It hurts, but I'll change. One day, I'll like what I see." Moral: facing your truth is the first step to becoming better. 4. The chain of anger. A man came home angry from work and yelled at his wife. She, upset, scolded their child. The boy, hurt, kicked their dog. The dog barked at the neighbor, who then slammed his door in frustration. And so it went, until someone, finally, chose to stop. They breathed deeply and said nothing. Moral: anger is contagious, but so is peace. You can be the one who breaks the chain. 5. The empty cup. A wise monk offered tea to a proud scholar. He poured the tea until the cup overflowed. "Stop. It's spilling," the scholar shouted. The monk smiled. "Like this cup, you are full of opinions. I can't teach you unless you empty yourself first." Moral: humility is the key to learning. 6. The broken watch. A boy found his grandfather's old watch. It no longer worked. He asked a local repairman to fix it, no luck. Another said, "It's useless." Finally, he went to an elderly man in a tiny workshop. The man fixed it in minutes. "How?" the boy asked. The man smiled. Sometimes only the one who understands the heart of a thing can bring it back to life. Moral: value the wisdom of those who truly understand, especially the ones who built what others forgot.